Hi guys, it's Amanda. What's up? I am in my new bedroom in Copenhagen. I have to be so real with you guys. I live next to a school. So if you can hear kids literally screaming and sounding like they're gonna die at any moment, that's why. And I've actually been waiting all day to film this intro, but I'm just gonna send it with the yelling and see as I'm editing if it's really that bad, because maybe only I can hear it and the mic doesn't pick it up. I don't know. It's insane that we're already doing a come thrift with me, seeing that I haven't even shown you guys my new room yet, but that will be my next video. So stay tuned for that. But it's so insane how things just work out, and I live so close to the best thrift store, in my opinion, in Copenhagen, which is called Lidkob. Lidkob is a bit different from a regular thrift store. It's not donated clothes. People actually have a rack in the store and they're constantly updating it and bringing new pieces in. It's like having a Depop store in real life at Lidkob, essentially. So there's such a mix of things you can find. And I'm just really intrigued to see what direction this will bring my come thrift with me's in, because normally I'm looking for true vintage pieces. But to be honest, Lidkob is a lot of designer pieces and then also Danish brands, which I am not complaining about because there's so many incredible pieces at all the stores here in Copenhagen, but everything is insanely expensive. So if I could find, for example, the striped pajama set I wore in my last video from Mass Norgard is like insanely expensive for what it is, but you could definitely find that at Lidkob. So that's the vibe. You guys are definitely gonna be seeing new brands that I have not shared before. Also, I'm so sick right now. Like, I've been trying to get over this cold for over a week and my ears are all plugged. Like, not to be complaining about everything, but guys, like, I'm really struggling out here. Before we head to the thrift store, I want to thank Legit Grails for sponsoring this video. This is honestly the perfect timing to introduce Legit Grails to my channel. Legit Grails is an online service that helps you authenticate luxury items. And as I mentioned to you guys, there is so much designer at the thrifts in Copenhagen. And sometimes it's so hard to tell, especially when you're in the store, whether an item is real or not. But Legit Grails basically can confirm that for you. If you guys have been a subscriber, you know I've come across a few insane designer things. The biggest and best one being my Miu Miu purse. And I am dying to know if it's authentic. I have a feeling it is, but it would be like that extra bit of confirmation if I could do the authentication on Legit Grails. But since I don't have that, what I'm gonna be authenticating to show you guys how the service works is this Burberry polo that I thrifted in a recent come thrift with me. I'm obsessed with this and I do think it's real, so I'm gonna be a little bit shattered if I find out it's fake. But all the tags and stuff seem really legit. It even has an extra button on this tag, which for some reason to me just like seals the deal that it's real. Legit Grails has over 250 brands that are available for their authentication service, which is the broadest coverage in the market. They have brands like Hermes, Louis Vuitton, Miu Miu, Burberry. I think the best thing about their service is they offer response times in as fast as 30 minutes. So if you're literally at the thrift and you come across a designer item, you can authenticate it while you're in the store and find out before you purchase. And then if it is authentic, you're given a certificate, which is so helpful if you then want to sell the item. To authenticate your item, all you have to do is take photos of it and upload it to their website. The photos that you need depend on the item you're authenticating, but for this shirt, I'm going to take photos of the entire shirt and then close-ups on all of the branding and the stitching and the care labels. So it's super quick and easy to use, and honestly, with the amount of counterfeits that are on the market, having a resource like this is so helpful. And then once you've uploaded your photos and you've waited the time that you've chosen, you will get your results via email. And I just received mine, so I'm so excited to check these on camera. Okay, it comes back as authentic and it kind of gives a few points as to why. It says that the fabric has a refined texture that's characteristic of Burberry. If you guys are interested in trying out Legit Grails, you can use my code Amanda15 for 15% off any authentication service on Legit Grails. Let me know down below what designer items you guys have thrifted. I would love to know, honestly. And with that good news, let's head to the thrift. Okay guys, we have arrived at Lidkob. There are 2 locations in Copenhagen. This is the location in Osterbro. I have to say, just right off the bat, I am missing the organization of Value Village. This store is so hectic. There's items above the racks, below the racks, at the end of the racks. At the front of the store, they have all of the designer in these glass cases. There's There's obviously some stuff on the racks, but this is the most expensive designer. And then there's a ton of home stuff. So the first couple aisles are all home things. And then you get into the clothes where there's a mix of bags, accessories. You can really find anything in this store. So I made it to my first clothing rack. And I have to say, guys, I am so excited for spring, and I'm so excited to wear these frilly girly tops. And I don't know if this comes as a surprise, but something happened to me overnight, I swear, and I'm just so into these kind of Isabel Marant summery frilly tops. I definitely have been influenced by the Scandinavian style here in Copenhagen, and with spring and summer approaching, this is what I want to wear. Like, I want to be in this top with low-rise white jeans and flip-flops. I was really surprised to find these capris. I don't know why I didn't think I would be finding any Y2K items. I really like the closure on these capris, and then the studs on these capris were amazing. I'm so into this circular stud. I feel like everyone is at the moment. These capris are 54 Canadian dollars. I'm gonna be including the prices just for you guys to kind of get a sense of how expensive things are here in Copenhagen. This person was obviously selling a lot of Y2K things, so I also found this skirt, which was cute but nothing crazy, and then like just casually a pair of Dolce & Gabbana heels laying around. These were only $88 actually, but they were not in my size, and also realistically not a shoe that I'd be wearing day to day. More studs, I'm obsessed. It's giving the same Isabel Marant vibe. This belt with a frilly shirt, like the play between the masculine and the feminine, is exactly what I'm going for this spring. I had to share this Nike zip up just because it's my favorite era of Nike. I think it's 2011, and I have this in gray and the matching sweatpants. This is the brand I mentioned in my intro, Mass Norgard. At first, I was into the striped shirt, but honestly, as I was filming it, the pocket was giving me major pajama shirt vibes, so I took it out of the cart. And then I saw these really cool leather jackets. I do feel like I have enough spring jackets though, so I left those on the rack. This skirt was only 60 Danish kroner, which is just over 10 Canadian dollars, which really surprised me. I also loved the wash of it with the silver detailing. Definitely a piece I would have died over last year. Another cool belt. Belts are something I'm really trying to add into my wardrobe, especially for the springtime. So when I saw this box of perfect studded belts, I just about fainted. Each of the belts were 75 kroner, which is 15 Canadian dollars, and they are actually perfect. I bought both of these. I honestly regret not buying more of them, but out of all of them, these were the ones I'd get the most wear out of, and I didn't want to take them all, you know? Something about spring is just making me want to be the most like feminine version of myself and wear these cute tops with a big belt. As much as I feel like I'm going for the Isabel Marant vibe this spring, I'm also going for 2010 Model Off-Duty black skinny jeans and heels like this. Some Missoni, some blue marine. Like, you really can find anything in this store. And this blue marine top is actually a pretty good price. I think it's like 80 Canadian. Oval Square is a Danish brand. It's not quite luxury, but it's definitely more expensive, but I wasn't really into either of these pieces. I am manifesting a trench coat, okay? I feel like if I could find anything at this store, it's gonna be a trench coat. So hopefully there's a trench coat in my future. I don't think I've ever been into studs as much as I am right now. And the color of this with the silver studs is just amazing to me. The brand is On Stage Denmark. It's 350 kroner, which is about 70 Canadian dollars, which isn't a bad price for this jacket. But as I said, guys, like I have so many spring jackets. I don't need this, but obviously I had to add it to the cart. These G-Star jeans were pretty cute, but they were a little bit too skinny. Along with the trench coat, I really want to find a nice fur jacket. I don't have one here, and I honestly don't really have one in my collection. I'm just showing you guys how much designer they have in this store. I wasn't too crazy about this Dolce & Gabbana shirt. This Balenciaga baby tee is just so funny, like, please. I'm loving the colors that are in my cart currently. It's giving me all the spring vibes, and it's March now, like I can't. Okay, this is honestly an insane find. One, because the bag is amazing. It's Marc Jacobs. It's from the Resort 2010 collection, but also because my first time ever thrifting at Lidkob, I found a Marc Jacobs tote bag in this exact color. And it's like a little bit scary to me that I found this, honestly. I'll insert a photo of the bag that I thrifted from Lidkob 3 or 4 years ago. I really liked this skirt. I would wear it low so it would have kind of a drop waist, but I held it up to myself and it just would not fit me low. I was kind of surprised to find Mex here. Mex is one of my favorite brands to thrift, but this is definitely more of a winter vibe. So some of the racks actually have a list of brands that they're selling. I'm curious to see if I'm gonna find like a favorite rack that I'll come back to every single week. I especially want one of these frilly tops in white. A top like this in Havaianas is gonna be my uniform. I'm just excited to play with the contrast of wearing a super feminine top and then more edgy masculine accessories like the studded belt, big sunglasses. I love the colors of this Adidas hoodie, but I will not be buying any hoodies while I'm here, like genuinely. And then I found this polka dotted Balm Un Pure Garden. That's my best attempt at pronouncing the brand. Blazer, which is honestly like a puffy, warm, cozy blazer. So I had to add it to the cart. These heels are also giving me the 2010 model off duty vibes. These with black skinny jeans, so cute. It's actually crazy how we are just going through all the decades. Like now we're in 2010s and I'm leaning so into it. I was obsessed with this pink tea set. At this point, I was ready to start trying on. I honestly only did about half the store, but it was starting to get so busy. So I headed over to the change rooms. I can't believe I'm saying that. This has to be the biggest upgrade for my Come Thrift With Me's and just for me, like not having to change in public and film in front of all of these men. Thank you. Of course, I started off with the studded jacket. The color is a little bit too fleshy on my skin tone. I'm not obsessed with it. It's leaning more pink than I would want. Also, it's a bit more cropped than I would imagine. It's just not ticking all my boxes. So for $70, I left it behind. And then I tried on the polka dot blazer, which is cute. I think the fact that I'm wearing it with white pants that don't match is really throwing it off. I do want to start buying pieces like this, but I just can't help but feel like I don't need this. And it's honestly just because I don't wear items like this that it's hard to imagine like a scenario that I would. Anyways, I left it behind. This top was a little bit too hippie vibes for me, like with the flared sleeves, the sequin details in the embroidery, like it's just too much. Like this is not the vibe that I'm going for. I was so excited to try this top on, but honestly, the bell sleeve is just too much for me as well. Like there's definitely a line that I don't want to cross with these tops, and that's just because of my personal style. I feel like I just know as soon as I kind of lose that when I'm trying something on. So yeah, this was not it. And then this top has to be the one I was most excited about, mostly because it's striped and I'm obsessed with stripes, but it was just too cropped. Like this is me pulling it down and trying not to move so it doesn't ride up. And I just would not wear this day to day, honestly, because it's cropped. But it's H&M, which is crazy. Like this is the first time I've ever picked up an H&M item at the thrift. And then I tried on the Marc Jacobs bag and this just blew me away because first of all, crossbody, it's so perfect. And then I realized you can hold it like in the crevice of your arm. And then I realized you can wear it on your shoulder. Like, I hope someone bought this and loves it because I didn't and I'm really sad about it. Again, this is not it, guys. Unfortunately, none of the tops I found today really did provide what I was looking for. The sleeves being as cuffed as they are is just really not the vibe I'm going for. But this denim skirt really surprised me. It fits so perfectly. And this with a white top in the summer, so cute. I also just feel like I can't help but want to buy something when it fits me really, really well. I realized these capris were missing a button, so for $70, girl, I'm not buying them. They were really cute though. So the items I decided to pick up were the skirt and the two belts, which I think is really, really successful, honestly. Okay, I'm back from the thrift, and I don't know why I'm so shocked that I found such good things. Like, I really did not expect to leave there with two of my dream belts. I'm not joking. I have belts like this saved on Sellpy and Vinted. I kind of thought that the thrifting here was gonna be so bad that I was only gonna be able to do online thrifting. The fact that each of these were only $15 as well is like mind-boggling to me. They're also so long, so I can wear them super low and they'll fit me. This one's like a light champagne-y brown color with tiny studs. And then this one has chunkier studs and it's silver with the silver buckle. Like, I'm so obsessed. Also, I love how simple the buckles are. One thing I'm not really that into is the Western buckles. That's just like not the vibe that I'm going for. These studs are also like screwed in, so there's no way that they'll fall out. And then this skirt ended up fitting me so well, so I thought I would pick it up as just like a really simple thing to throw on through the summertime. And I do have a skirt that's like a similar silhouette. It's from Tommy Hilfiger, but I didn't pack it with me just because it was so heavy because it had this like metal detailing on it. So it's kind of nice that I already have something to fill that gap in my wardrobe. And honestly, I prefer this because of all the silver detailing. It's so cute. And this was also only 60 kroner, which is just over $10. So I would say that was a very successful thrift trip, especially considering I really only looked at half the store. It's Sunday today and Lidkob was so busy as expected. I usually never thrift on the weekends just because like obviously it's gonna be busier, but I was really excited, so I made the exception and went. Don't think I'll be doing that again, honestly, especially because I had a massive cart and like the aisles are so small. It was just like a little bit too much for me. Thank you guys so much for coming along on our first Come Thrift With Me in Copenhagen. Like, I'm shocked. This is like on par with what I would thrift in Toronto and be happy about, you know? So maybe the thrifting here is gonna be better. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you again to Legit Girls for sponsoring this video, and I will see you in my next one.